Hey YouTube, this is an update of my 2005 Ford Expedition here. There it is. So it's been a long while since I've updated it, so I was just gonna put another video up right now. Show some of the newer features I have on here now. Currently I've got the Bulldog remote starter system. I think it's the RS 1000 or maybe 1200. I don't know what series it is, but it's a good system, good base, you know. It's a good place to get all your lighting and stuff started on. It's a big change. So anyways, it's set up so that I have typical, what it does is it turns on the parking lights. And with these year model Ford Expeditions, they whenever you have the parking lights on and stuff like that, if you have the fog lamp switch pulled out, it's going to turn them on too when the parking lights come on. So that's kind of a cool feature that comes on with the lights here. And these are good lights here. I've got the new Sylvania Silver Star Ultras, I think, in there, and they're actually a good bit wider than most of them. I've got them in everywhere but the fog lights, which I can also control from the remote, which is kind of cool. So anyways, yeah, it's a really nice feature. So I have it set up here where it turns on the parking lamps, and I also have my dome overlay. The dome override lights. They turn on the rear fog lights. The rear backup lamps. There you go. And so anyways, they light up the vehicle pretty well, and that's an extended feature that I added on. Kind of picked that one up from the new GMC Model X Chevys and whatnot, Suburbans. Rented a couple of those, and I really liked that feature, so I decided to throw it on in the Expedition here. So this is a 2005 year model, and I've added an extra feature to this that kind of another feature that I pulled off of the GM model vehicles. So what it is there's a 20 amp wire in the headlight switches down here, and when you get the switch out, there's going to be two wires in there, and one of them, both of them are full-time 12 volt positive currents, but one of them controls your parking lamps and your fog lights, and those control your dome lights. So those are where one of those 20 amp goes, and then the other controls your headlamps. Now I cut off the headlamp feature and cut it out and put it into the accessory mode. So right now my headlights are not on because my key is not turned to accessory, but also I still have the normal function of the parking lights and stuff, which is in my book still enough. And oddly enough, somehow when I got all these wires and stuff plugged up, I got the vehicle to flip on the high beams and the fog lamps, so it's actually a lot brighter than normal. I can adjust them and turn them on or turn them off, so it's kind of cool. Anyways, so when I have this system tapped in, I can come in to the system here, and when I flip it to accessory mode, it's going to turn on my gauge lights. Those are full function. It's all adjustable and dimmable, but as you can see, in the vehicle is only where the lights are on. So it's kind of nice if you're just sitting out there, at a game or whatever, and you got the you want the lights on, but you don't want the other ones on. So as soon as though, when it's flipped in the accessory mode, I have full function of my lights here. Now my headlamps are back to normal, and then if I go into the ignition mode, it flips on the auto lamp control, which is standard on the Eddie Bauer edition. So when I start it up, I've got a power save mode, and until I release the key, it's just going to keep everything off, which is nice. gives you that extra power, because these are big engines, and if your battery goes low, it's really hard to get them started after that. You have to have all your power. So I've had a couple times where that saved me, having the lights like that. And yeah, I have had my battery replaced. So anyways, it's just a nice little feature that I added up to. I've also got remote start on here. That's obvious. I just started the video with that. So it's a pretty nice feature. I might end up making a video on how to redo it later. And nice thing about these is I need to figure out, if anybody has any information, I'm trying to figure out how to, while it's in remote start mode, maybe keep the thing with the accessory off position so that it looks like an idle vehicle, because I don't like displaying my vehicle as a drivable vehicle to be stolen. However, I do have my brake lights and stuff set up correctly, so unless you have the key, your brake lights will not be on. You cannot get it into gear, and you know, just a lot of different stuff won't work. So yeah, also the nice thing about these Fords is all Fords come with the shift lock in the steering wheel. So I'll post a video later on how to do this if you're interested. One thing you're going to need before you start is you're going to need diodes, and get them in high amperages, because you're dealing with a pretty heavy current here, and you don't want to cut your ignition short of power and have a diode pop, because then you'll be stranded on the side of the road. So I think I've already made a video on YouTube of how to do that, but once again, I'll just readdress that later. So thanks for watching, and subscribe.